Hello. I wanted to share with you a very subtle point that Swami Rama is communicating to us. This is from his book, Meditation and Its Practice, the original printed version, not the revised version of recent years. And it's easy to overlook this, so I thought I would share it with you with a little subtlety. Note here in the second sentence, it says the personality can be transformed when one learns to let go of the habitual thoughts arising in the conscious mind. But the sentence before that says, with the help of meditation, the conscious mind can be trained to form a new habit. So when he says you can transform the personality in the second sentence, when he says that, what does it mean to transform the personality? It is when we learn to let go of the habitual thoughts arising in the conscious mind. But read carefully the first sentence. It says, when the conscious mind can be trained to form a new habit. Question, what is the new habit that we are training the conscious mind to do? Most of us have read and have heard the principle that when we're learning meditation, what do you do with disturbing thoughts when they come? Answer is, let it go. There is one little trouble with that, though. When we say it like that, let it go is a technique. It is a thing that I am doing. So when that happens, the first thing that happens is this thought comes in. I get sucked into it. I'm wearing this thought. I'm trapped in this thought. And now I need to apply a technique called to let it go. Now, this is a very useful thing to practice in the early stages of meditation when we don't understand the subtler part. The subtler part is here. This is, what I'm wanting to share with you here. That is a new habit. What is the new habit? The new habit is that when a thought comes into the mind, it is automatically let go. So here, as an example, here is a pen. If this pen is the symbol of a thought going through my mind field, what usually happens is the thought comes through, my mind grabs onto it, and now I'm trapped in this thought. And now I need to do a technique called let it go. But what if my mind has been trained in a brand new habit, and that new habit is that I don't grab onto it in the first place? The new habit is that when a thought comes, I automatically, the default position of my mental program is, my default position is that when the thought comes, it automatically just keeps going. It automatically is let go. I hope this is making sense. And so now I have a new habit. And if that happens, then I'm not going to be disturbed by it. Now look here at this next word. It says then, comma. Where you see then, comma, it means, okay, here is something else that's coming after that. He says then the next step. See, this first chunk up here was the first part of this. Then comes the next step. And the next step then is to learn to witness the thoughts going on in the mental train. Then I'm just letting all of these pens and thoughts coming and going and coming and going. But that comes later. It comes after having done this first part. And this is the part that I'm wanting you to see here. What is the first part of this instruction here? Develop, form. He uses the word form, a new habit. What is the new habit that I'm trying to form? I'm trying to form a new habit that when thoughts, here's my pens, the thoughts are coming through my mind field. There's another one, there's another one. There's all these thoughts are coming through my mind field. The old habit is a thought comes, I grab onto it. Another thought comes, I grab onto that, and another thought comes, and I grab onto that. Now I must apply a technique called let go. And this is where we can accidentally end up, it's not intentional, but accidentally we can end up pushing them away. How do I, teacher, how do I get rid of these thoughts? The new habit that we want to cultivate is let the thought come. When it comes, I do nothing. I automatically, the default position is I automatically let it go, but it's not a technique that I'm doing of letting it go. It's the new habit. Again, what he says here is form a new habit. And the new habit is that when it comes, it automatically lets go. And which thoughts are we most concerned with? The habitual thoughts. Those that keep coming and going and coming and going, and they arise in the conscious mind. They come forward from we're all familiar with this by now, they come forward from the unconscious mind into the conscious mind. They're bubbling up. They're just rising. And usually what most of us learn is, or we try to learn, how do I force them to go away? How do I let go of my thoughts? So again, the principle here is form a new habit. If we form a new habit, then I don't have to get rid of the thoughts. I don't have to apply a technique called let them go. The default position is that I allow them to come and they will naturally go away. And then there is the next step. Then he's introducing the next step. And then once I'm able to allow them to come and go, and the automatic default position is when they come, they automatically go, then I can cultivate the habit of simply allowing the stream. There's all these thoughts are coming and going, and they're coming and they're going, and they're coming and they're going. And if we don't learn this technique of forming a new habit, we can never witness the stream of thoughts, because we're constantly bombarded with how do I get rid of, and that's not where we want to be. Create or form, his word, form a new habit. Let it come, and it automatically lets go. And then I have the possibility of being able to learn to witness the thoughts going on in the mental train. Mental train is the term he uses here. So the mental train, or the stream, or the river, just keeps going and going and going and going, because I'm not getting sucked in the first place. And by doing that, I am practicing and learning to remain undisturbed, unaffected, and uninvolved. And then he points out here that this takes 3 or 4 months of regular practice to be able to do this. And then in a later paragraph, he goes on with that part that says, then allow the unconscious mind to come forward so that we can examine the samskaras, etc. But again, I wanted to make this for you I know I'm being repetitive, but I'm trying to drive home this simple principle that's embedded in these couple sentences, that what we want to do is, how do I transform personality? How do I transform the surface level of personality? I do it because I want to form a new habit. What is the new habit that I'm trying to train my mind to do? Is to automatically learn to let go. Not as a technique, but as a default position. When it comes by, I do nothing with it. It comes and it naturally will go on its own. Okay? So anyway, just a little reminder of something for you, and I wanted to share that with you. I hope that's useful for you. Okay? Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.